welcome to Chill and Heal host. Welcome to the Chill and Heal show, I'm Chrissy Cantor, your Chill and Heal host. I am here to fuel your mind, body, and soul with goodness. We will connect, open up, share, be real, be raw, overcome, let go, and just know we're not alone anytime. So I am really, really excited. This is our first segment on MCTV, and I would love to welcome my guest, Camille Craffey. Welcome, Camille.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Well, I'm so excited. I'm grateful for you to come on today. And our segment is about call to action to serve and to heal. And you are a remarkable woman. I just recently met you through our friend Ken Tassi,
Yes.
who is fantastic.
Huge fan of Ken. He's just such an honest person, and that's unfortunately hard to find these days. So I really, I appreciate
His straight upness.
just the whole vibe that he brings, and honesty and integrity.
Yeah, unbelievable. Love for our community,
Yes.
to serve, to make things better.
Yes.
It's really is beautiful.
And giving back.
And giving back.
Yes.
That is the most important thing.
Agreed.
So our segment is about serving. And so when I met you, you're a Marine.
Yes.
Can
I
you
am.
share a little bit about who you are? She's a single mom. She's absolutely amazing. She's super positive. You're a single mom. You're a business owner.
I am, yes.
And you're running for school board in Manchester, Ward 12.
I am. Oh my gosh, I feel like you kind of told it all for me. My son is the light of my life. He's 5. He's in kindergarten. And he really, I feel like he's taught me more than anything in my entire life. Children just see things through such an innocent lens.
Yes.
Without prejudice, without bias, without anything. They really just see it for what it is. And
Beautiful light.
Yes.
Kindness, open-heartedness.
Yes. And genuine, which unfortunately, sometimes we see a lot of adults that are, dare I say, jaded. Right. So it's really
Chip
nice
on the shoulders.
Yeah. It's really nice to just see that genuine positivity. So he is my only child, and I am, upon retiring from the Marine Corps, I began my own small business as a real estate agent, and I cover the whole state of New Hampshire. I am located out of Bedford with Keller Williams, but I have taken clients all the way to Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. So I love a good long car ride.
I love that. And you share it on social media too.
Yes.
All of your adventures and everything that you're doing. And it's really nice to see your clients. So grateful, so happy.
Yes. I feel like I also like to share the not so glamorous parts.
She's like straight up. She's a reality girl. I'm a chill girl reality. I'm like, it's all about being real.
Well, and the thing
honest.
is like, I think the assumption is that real estate is this glamorous job, but sometimes you're at a septic inspection, or sometimes you're in a, abandoned home that has, mice in it. Like, it's not always glamorous. When we're at the closing table, I'm dressed very nice.
You bring it.
Yeah, but when we're out there kind of, trudging through the sludge, where I'm in my
You got your rubber
sneakers.
boots?
Yeah, or my boots, yeah. Because it's just really, it's safer that way, especially if you're going through, one that was very interesting was a home that had a house fire. Very interesting perspective to walk through it after after everything had happened. So definitely, and that kind of thing gives you a lot of things to be grateful for.
Yeah.
So
When you see some other people struggle.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, I always just try and put that in my
Compassion.
toolbox, of all the different things that I've seen and experienced. And I think you're never done growing.
Amen. Never.
right? Or you shouldn't be.
But yeah, and if you
you
know
are-
everything, then you got a problem.
Yes, yes, exactly. So, so I'm just always trying to find the newest next thing. I feel like I'm a little bit of an overachiever.
Yes, type A.
Yes.
Give you a project and you're going to A+ it. But you're like, let's get down and to the nitty gritty and let's work on the problems.
Yes.
And that is why I'm like so impressed. And yeah, so impressed. We're running as a team
Yes.
in Manchester. I'm alderman in Ward 6, and you're running in Ward 12. But we love our community, and we want things to be better. And how do we do that? We get to the root of problems, and we go, all right, well, let's put our thinking caps on, and let's get everyone's opinion. And that's why I highly recommend people coming to the board of aldermen and mayor and school board meetings and sharing your 3 minutes. That's your freedom of speech.
Right, and use your voice to
use
be
your voice.
heard in a positive way.
Yes.
You know, because
Be kind.
be kind, be courteous, and be
Tell the truth.
concise. Yes, and be honest. But I think that I think the culture that we live in sometimes really just loves to overinflate complaining, and I feel like that's just such a roadblock to completing the mission. So, in the Marine Corps, it's like, listen, nobody cares. Nobody's special. We're all the same. Get down to it. Get to work.
So it's really about the problem solving.
Yes.
And if you have a problem, maybe you might have a solution. And I think the great thing is come to the table with a solution.
Yes.
Or some thoughts on it, like how we can do better. That's why I always say it's so important to, share your thoughts, because we might not know your perspective or your experience. And that's why I think it's so important, as I serve my community, to hear from everyone.
Yes.
About, their perspective, so that I can make a good decision for the community.
Right.
And that's why it's taking action. And so, so here you were called to action. So when you were 26 years old, you became a Marine.
Yes.
That's unusual. So I'm like, this is why we're calling it call to action, because
Yes.
something drove you to become a Marine when she was 26 years old.
Which is pretty, I know 26 seems like so young to me now, 10 years later.
And you look like you're 26.
Oh, thank you. My $20 is in your wallet. But the average enlistee for the Marine Corps is 18 years old. So I was really the grand old lady.
So you're the grandma?
Marine Corps. Yeah, I was.
Practically.
Yes, and actually I had a good few Marines who referred to me as grandma. In a nice way.
Yes, no,
but
they look up to you, and
Yeah.
it's like motherly.
It was very much, I was mama bear,
I see that, I feel that, and you're very nurturing, but you like help guide people. You help share your tools with, us as a group. There's a lot of great, I always say you can go to, what is it? ManchesterGOP.com to
Yes.
see all of us grassroots, common sense people that love Manchester, love our community. That's who we're running with.
and looking for solutions instead of
Not
more of the
bashing.
same. And not
bashing,
more of the same.
solutions.
Yes. Because I mean, if we are not happy with how it's going now, regardless of what the issue is in the city, and this all can be snowballed to a national level, obviously.
Oh, clearly.
But, whatever your current gripe is, let's do something different.
Yeah.
Because clearly it's not functioning correctly now. So in the Marine Corps, we often refer to the phrase adapt and overcome. So, just be flexible, work with what you have, do more with less, and wear that as a badge of honor. Like you might have had to struggle to get through everything, but you did it, and you did it with less resources. And that's kind of part of our culture in the Marine Corps. Yeah.
And that's kind of what we need to do now.
Yes.
Really, to overcome some of the challenges we have locally, nationally, and
Yes.
in our families
Yes.
and everything, in our businesses, and the rising costs of everything, and that's crippling, and that creates anxiety for a lot of us.
does.
And how do we do that? So if we can just go back to the drawing board, and all right, if we can cut out certain things, but we
have
don't
a
want to
good
cut out the
plan.
joy.
No, yeah.
And
have a
we've
good
got-
plan that's positive.
Positive.
Yes.
And we don't want to cut out the good things in our lives.
No.
And my daughter, so I have two amazing blessings. I have two daughters, Sawyer and Dante, and they've changed my life completely since
Yes.
the moment I found out I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Back when I was 25.
Oh, see?
Oh
There
my
you go.
gosh. Yes. It's like unbelievable. And now I have two grandbabies.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just
I would never assume that you were a grandma, but to have two.
two.
Now, what do they call you?
So they're calling me Cece.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it's just the sweetest.
So cute.
I was like, I'm not really a grandma, and my mom's a meme. And there's nothing wrong with, and I love all the different names.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a Cece.
Yeah.
So I'm a Cece, and
I
I'm an
love that.
Auntie Cece to my besties, girls, the Gingers.
Oh.
So I'm like Auntie Cece. So I just think that grounding in our families, and so really impressed. My daughter Dante graduated college. She's finding her way, and she's like, you know what, Mom, we need family day. And
love
that
that.
is like, we're going to turn off everything. And so
Yes.
Saturday is we have a block of time, and
Yes.
we're just going to board games.
I love
Getting
that.
back to the simple things and bringing joy. And that's what, when I ran for office, I was like, you know what, we need to simplify things. We need to do things better, and we need to bring back more joy, because the crisis that has been going on for the past 3.5 years, I can't even believe it. I woke up in April of 2020 from all the chaos
Yeah.
of going, what's going on? And I was like, you know what, we really need more joy.
Agreed.
More get outside, breathe in the fresh air, get into, go for a walk.
And that also that call to action to help others in your community.
Yes.
And I think one thing that helps me very often to stay committed to those times that I am supposed to unplug, or
Yes.
whether it's an appointment or
Yeah.
whatever it is I still keep a handwritten planner. And maybe that makes me a little bit of a grandma, but
I love it, and I definitely need to do that better.
and I time block in there. And that is the thing, is because for me to have to cross it out feels like a total loss. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I'm going to take the L on that one. I didn't get it done. Shame on me. So that for me is the way that I hold myself accountable. Mm-hmm.
Is it
It's by the hour.
By the hour.
Yeah.
So
It's by
you
the
don't
hour.
get sidetracked?
I do. I absolutely do.
And especially being an entrepreneur, a mom, and running for school board in
Yeah.
Ward 12. I mean, you have a lot on your plate. So and you talk to so many people, and you have so many
Yes.
people calling you. It is easy to get sidetracked. I know it's easy for me, and people are like, "Oh, let's pull her back in."
Well, the thing for me is, if I ever lost that notebook, I would not know where to be at what time. and that's my thing. And I sometimes get a little slack about, why don't you just use a Google Calendar, or, there's an app for that. But again, when I was in the military, we always had just a little tiny notebook that fit in your left breast pocket. And that's where you would keep all of the things that you needed to do, or if you needed to keep record of something. So you always had what we called note-taking gear. So, and it also helps me to remember, to actually write it down. I feel like it solidifies that in my mind when I have so many other things going on, and it kind of helps to slow everything down, and get back to the basics.
And then you've accomplished that.
Yes.
You've gotten it done.
It feels awesome to check it.
Yes. We like to check things off.
Yes. Well, it feels like super accomplished. And clearly it shows that you're on the right track. And
and you're getting your stuff done. The most important
Exactly.
things, and you putting things in priority. And priority also is, and so you led me to your church
Yeah.
So that's a priority for us. We now go to church together.
Yes.
I've been a church hopper for a while. I love God, and but I just I like to float around. I'm a little more freestyle. I definitely need to be a little more check it off, because it is accomplishing a
Yes.
good feeling, and I don't miss a beat.
Right.
And this way I get it all done. But can you share about our church and our pastor
Absolutely.
and a little Bible verse?
Yes. So actually, I met our pastor, Pastor Jerry, over at Horizon Christian Church. He is a fellow retired Marine. He's a master sergeant, so he's, it's pretty up there. But this guy is just very grounded, down to earth. When he's preaching on Sundays, he's in a pair of jeans and he rode his motorcycle there.
Yeah.
Because
And his wife is amazing.
Oh my
and
gosh,
so
I
sweet
love
and
Penny.
so kind.
She's so sweet. And the thing is like that's what brings him peace.
Yes.
I think so. That's a great way for anyone really.
Yeah.
To just have that quiet in your brain. And so again, for me, come as you are.
Yes.
I think that there's a time and a place to be dressed nice? Absolutely. But I think,
It's just about showing up.
well, and I think
To me.
yes, and being comfortable in what you're in so that you can receive whatever message that you need or is being taught or what have you. That for me is just super important. And dare I say less judgy.
Yes. Yes. We're judge-free zone.
Yes. Well, because
Love and kindness.
yes, everybody comes from different walks of life, and that's one great thing about church is that you bring all of those folks together for one reason and that unity. So actually, I did ask Pastor Jerry for something about courage that we could share.
Yes, please.
So he sent me Deuteronomy 31:6. Be not afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you and will never lead you nor forsake you.
Amen.
Amen. Like all encompassing.
Yes.
And I don't know that I'm speaking for Pastor Jerry, but I'm almost certain that in his Marine Corps career, he probably has read that many times. And probably it has helped him through struggles.
Yeah.
And again, everybody's experience is different, but just knowing that everything's going to be okay. That is such a relief. And sometimes just hearing that lets you take a deep breath.
It does.
It almost feels like self-care.
It is.
Right. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I'm not so good at self-care. I feel like
Because you're a giver.
I am. And I have mom guilt. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do
Which a lot of us
anything.
moms have that.
Yeah. It's hard. I always want to do everything for him.
Yes. But then that's actually not good if we
Right. They
so
always
it's
say
finding
put your
that
mask
balance.
on first, right?
Yes.
In the airplane, put your oxygen mask on first, then help others.
Yes.
So I do need to be better at that.
Yeah. But I get it. As a mom, we want to help our children, but sometimes they're supposed to do it on their own, obviously guided.
Right. Right.
But it's awesome.
It is, and like I said before, it is a full perspective change, and I feel like who I was before I was a mom is a completely different person, just because I've been forced to understand things in such a different way. And again, the Marine Corps is very quick and direct, and there's not a lot of touchy-feely feelings. So I've really worked on and been successful in softening, which was hard for me.
Because you're like,
because when you're in the military, you don't want to seem soft. You don't want people to think that they
You're
could
weak.
Exactly, or they
Yes.
could take advantage of your kindness. So you really kind of have that wall up. So Jack has definitely helped me to dare I say, relax a little bit more.
Chill a little bit.
Chill a little. Yeah.
Chill a little bit,
Yes.
which is so great.
Yes.
So with that, I mean, as being a mom and what it brings for us, it softens us. It makes us more protective when we're
Yes.
but we do think differently.
Yes.
We definitely think differently, and
It's a much less selfish perspective
yeah,
because it's really all about them.
it really is, and that's why you're running for school board too. Because not only is it about Jack, but it's about all the children
Yes.
and moms and dads and all of us,
And
because
grandparents
we've
and whoever,
gotta
foster
be there.
parents.
Yes, we've got to be there
absolutely.
for our children.
Yes.
and guide them and do what's right for them.
I think my retirement from the Marine Corps, which was a medical retirement. So for me, it was very hard to swallow. I don't like to be told no, and my body told me no.
Because you're a yes girl.
I'm
You're like,
a-
yes, I'm going to get it done. I
Yeah.
will overcome.
Yes,
Give me the job. It's finished.
I'm dependable no matter what. I will
Yes.
always get to the finish line. Whether that rides me ragged or not is neither here nor there.
I totally get it.
But the thing is
Because you care.
I do care. And after leaving such an environment like the military, I felt that gap of being able to give back. And I think this is a really great way for me to do that, is to give every child the same chance that my child has. And they should. Not to say that my child has the best life in the world, but I do everything in my power to make it memorable in the right ways and enriching in any way that I possibly can. As a parent, I think you're always trying to make your children's journey better than yours, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And that's that full circle. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. So, as we're like campaigning and so forth, I'm going to bring up a couple things. There's like lots. I mean, you just dove into the political arena.
Yes.
I dove into it last April. Well, actually, March, and got a good taste of what. Like, holy moly, I can understand why people do not want to run for office, because
It can be a thankless job.
Yes, but then
So is motherhood, though.
yes, and it's about doing what's right.
Yes.
And what we're called to do, and we
Yes.
know we're supposed to do it.
Yes.
And so I'm going to I have to share about a couple products here,
Yes.
because I've got to bring some humor and laughter
gosh.
to some of the chaos that campaigning
And exhaustion.
and exhaustion. So I love meeting people. It's amazing. But when you have the dark side, I say the dark side, when darkness comes, I mean, let's face it,
negativity
politics,
just
the
creeps
negativity
in.
is
Right,
like, no.
absolutely.
So I'm all about lashing up, not lashing out.
Oh my gosh.
and I'm all about browing up and not and browing up and speaking up.
Yes.
And so my products are all based upon positivity and kindness. And so I have this amazing brow shaper, and it's universal color. I gave it to you last time.
Yes.
And it is for everyone. Light skin, dark skin, medium color skin, light hair, red hair, dark hair. It is universal. It's like a magic marker of
everyone.
perfect brows for you.
Yes.
And it really is amazing. You can go to chillspa.com and shop our online store, which is really unique. You can also come in and see one of us chill girls at Chill Spa, and we're located up on Hanover Street. And then our lip color, this is going to be about another segment. I have a friend that
It's
really
almost
made
like
this.
a marker.
Yes, and
It's
it
wild,
stays
yeah.
put, and we're about speaking up with kindness,
Yes.
not being bullied, sharing the truth, being
Saying it-
faithful to our word,
Loud and proud.
loud and proud with kindness.
Yes.
So my friend Shelly, who is a retired, vice principal, been a teacher.
wow. Oh, God
one
bless
of
her.
my dear friends from forever. So I made this this faithful lip for her.
Aw.
And it's amazing. So we are actually going to have a special little meet and greet, and $10 for little makeup, a little brow
beauty
shaping,
sesh.
and that'll be
Yeah.
next Wednesday night. So you can
that's
find us
awesome.
on Facebook or chillspa.com. But I had to share some of these things because, you know, with the heaviness of, you know, getting out there,
Yes.
putting yourself out there and facing things, you're going to get people attacking you. And just stand strong in everything that you do, and the truth will set us free completely.
Yes.
And I just
And don't
think,
let people pile that
Yes.
onto you, because sometimes it is hard to just continue to hear it and hear it and hear it.
yeah,
I think if you can just decompress and chill,
yes,
and
See
every
the
day
bigger
is a
picture.
new start.
amen.
And I say that to my son all the time. So if he's had a rough day or a rough bedtime routine, I always say, tomorrow is a fresh start. And he says, okay, Mama, I'll do better tomorrow. And I always say, me too. Because I think it's important for children to see that parents don't always have the right answer either.
Yeah, and we get stressed too.
Yes.
And we are flustered, and there's like a lot going on.
It's super important to be able to just kind of leave it at the door, or or leave it at yesterday. And whatever you did yesterday, you can improve on that, or you can do better. We all have the same 365 days.
Yes.
So what are you going to do with yours?
And we're just going to always do better. And we're going to keep our chin up.
Yes.
We're going to be focused on the goodness of life and the abundance of the beauty in people.
Yes.
And that we love Manchester. We love our nation.
Yes.
God bless America.
Yes.
And, you know, I just, I have a couple call to action items here.
Yes.
I met this amazing artist, Jimmy Levy, and I highly recommend Google him, Jimmy Levy, Levy, and check out his Freedom song. It is right to your soul. Soulful music. His song, Amen. I'm getting goosebumps as I'm sharing this. He is, his story is remarkable. And so that is a call to action, because I think it's so important. What we hear is important. And the frequency of our music is 432 hertz is actually really good for our mind, body, and soul. That is healing music.
Yes.
And Camille, thank you so much for coming on. And where can we find you, and where can we support you?
Well, there are not many Camilles out there. So if you just pull up Camille Craffey, you'll see my political posts, my political page, and then also you'll see my real estate page as well, and my personal page. So I'm really just a very transparent person. So you can come along for the ride, the good, bad, and the ugly.
Oh my gosh. And I'm going to be sign waving with you.
Yes, so
and
fun.
So grateful. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we are going to make Manchester even better. Because you know what? We're taking a step forward. And I'm asking you guys to step forward and reach out and connect with more people and love on more people. And everyone needs a hug. So,
And watch out for your neighbor. That should not be a thing of the past.
yes. Be a good neighbor.
Yes.
Be a good neighbor, and come and chill with us at chillspa.com. You can find us on Hanover Street. And we just want you to have a beautiful, beautiful day. And we're going to chill and heal this nation together from one act of kindness at a time.
I love that.
I love that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.